If you clicked on this video, it probably means that you were a pretty big fan of Roblox. And you're wondering what the title is about. Lies in Roblox? What do you mean? Well, I'm sure that there are a couple rumors out there that are about the, Roblox community, about the Roblox staff, or just about the game in general. And I have gathered a bunch of quote-unquote lies that you think might have been told. And some that you probably have heard go around the Roblox community once or twice. So in this video, we're going to be covering 10 lies nobody knows about Roblox. Number 1, Roblox is a copy of Minecraft. So I really don't see a lot of people talking about this, and this is a lie that I have heard of, but maybe you've never heard of it, and maybe you're thinking, whoa, these two games are nothing alike. What are you talking about? Well, for years, ever since Minecraft was popularized and then repopularized, the two games have been compared to each other so much to the fact that you would think that there's actual beef between these two games, when in reality, there really isn't. The communities have compared these two games as they both are seen as games that are quote-unquote made for kids or have a kid-friendly audience. And when you really think about it, both of these games kind of share similar player bases. Most likely, if you played Minecraft, you've also played Roblox or vice versa. But I do have to say that there are a bunch of Minecraft copied games that people make themselves on the game itself. It doesn't mean that the game as a whole is a copy of Minecraft. It just means that people try to recreate Minecraft in Roblox, which I think is kind of impossible when you really think about it, because Roblox and Minecraft have completely different mechanics, and they really are not the same at all. And if you don't know what I mean by me saying that they have the same mechanics, I mean that they don't run the same exact ways. The way that you can dig a hole in Minecraft, you literally cannot do the same thing in Roblox. The way that you play a game like Skywars in Minecraft, you can literally not do it in Roblox. There are certain features in each game that either one does not have. So that way, the games aren't similar at all. So that's what I mean. These two games don't operate the same exact way. Therefore, they can't really be a copy of each other at all. Number 2. Roblox was not intended to be family friendly. Now, this is another lie, and I'm pretty sure it is a false one as well. But I'm pretty sure Roblox was actually intended to be used in schools for educational purposes. So that means that it was made for a kid fan base, and it was made to be kind of family friendly. But the community itself overtook the game, and older people started finding it, and they actually started to like it. And so that's kind of where some of the unkid-friendly aspects come from the game. But also, since the game does have such a young audience, there are some kids that are going to be attracted to it that really aren't as mature as the rest of the player base, aren't as polite, don't have the best manners, etc., etc., etc. So these kids could just fly off the handle at any point just because you simply say no to them or anything. So that is also where some of the immaturity from the fan base also comes from as well. So the game was actually intended to be a family-friendly game, and it was intended to be used in schools for educational purposes. But the community kind of took it over, and it is what it is now. Number 3, Robux can be earned free in-game. Now, once again, huge lie, huge lie, as Robux actually has to be purchased through the page where you purchase Robux, where you can put in codes for your favorite creators, and also through Roblox Premium, where you can earn a specific amount of Robux each month by being subscribed to this premium subscription. Now, I know there are a lot of games out there that are scams and that promise you free Robux when you play the game after you complete something, whether it be like an obby or whether you click a link that takes you to a website and fill out information on it, blah, blah, blah. It will not work. Those are all scams, and those are all ways that hackers actually use to steal your accounts. So, if you're ever playing one of those games that promises free Robux, then I would just log out and just not even just close the game. Just close the game. Because at the end of the day, do you want the free Robux or do you want your account to be hacked into and stolen from you and then all your stuff is gone? Which one sounds better? But I can afford 100% say that this is definitely a lie. Number 4, online dating can get you banned. Now, I know that I've said previously that online dating can get you banned, but it's only when you go so far with it. Like I've said in previous videos, Roblox has strict policies against online dating, but they can't really stop it. Every community out there and every gaming community out there has this problem. But Roblox can only do so much to protect against online dating within the game, which is why if you online date in Roblox, you probably aren't going to get banned or even found out that easily, because there's just so much going on with so many different things other than online dating in Roblox. It's kind of hard to put certain resources where they need to be all at once, because there are only so many staff at Roblox, but there is a huge amount of players within the game. Number 5, the chat filter works 100%. Now, this is actually a pretty common lie that you hear from mainly the staff. In reality, the chat filter is actually pretty broken. It really does not like to get rid of certain things, and it likes to protect against things that don't need to be protected. Certain words it just doesn't need to block out or hashtag as it is called and what it actually does. Usually what the chat filter is supposed to do is it'll censor certain words that aren't allowed on the website or the game. So like, since it's a very kid-friendly game, since it's a very like kid-oriented and there's a lot of kids and that make up the player base, a lot of swear words really are not allowed on there. The terms BF, GF, boyfriend, girlfriend, online dating, ODers, those are all blocked, but sometimes you can bypass those. And even then, if you can bypass those, the chat filter will still censor out certain words or even letters, like normal letters that you use in everyday like language that really don't need to be censored. Like certain names will be censored, certain usernames will be censored, certain words will be censored, like the or a or anything under the blue moon. Honestly, anything could get picked up by this thing and it'll just censor randomly. So the next time a staff member is trying to tell you how great the chat filter works, maybe you should dig around and do your own research and see how the actual players of the game like the chat filter, not just the people who work for the game. Number 6, John Doe. Now, the reason why I say John Doe is a lie, and the reason why you might not know about this, is because John Doe is famously known for being a quote-unquote hacker. Like, a certain day on Roblox, everybody hyped up that John Doe was supposed to hack everybody's account, was supposed to hack the game and, take everybody's account and everybody's information, blah, blah, blah. It was something along those lines, but that day came and literally nothing happened. But in reality, John Doe wasn't actually a hacker at all. John Doe was actually a separate admin account that they used for testing purposes when developing the game Roblox. I believe it was one of the founders of Roblox's alt account just for testing purposes, seeing if certain things, work in Roblox, just testing the game out, making sure everything worked correctly. That's what John Doe was for. That's what his creation was made for. And unfortunately, people had hacked their way into that account and then made a whole group around John Doe, like Jane Doe, blah, blah, blah. And then they eventually terminated the account, so it can no longer be used for testing purposes at all. So if anybody is ever telling you the story of John Doe and they try to tell you that he was this famous hacker who tried to hack all of Roblox on this one day but failed, tell them that and you'll be good to go, because you'll know you'll be right. Number 7, 45229. And another reason why another quote-unquote famous hacker is a part of this is because this person was just, it's not even real. Like, nothing ever came of this situation. But the tale behind 45229 is that sometimes Roblox players would get messages with a suspicious link being like, hey, play this game. And then if they were to even receive the link, then their games would automatically crash or their computer would go all fritzy and wouldn't stop until they have rebooted their computer. But when they did reboot their computer, it was completely hacked. Now, that is just the urban legend of this game, right? Now, that is just the urban legend of this player or this person. And there are actually no reports of this happening, just maybe some short stories that you may find on a wiki or something, but there are no actual reports of this happening. And no one has actually said for 100%, yeah, this actually happened to me. But there is a game on Roblox that tries to replicate this experience as to what you would see if you've gotten that link. But usually when people, play it, nothing really ever happens. But that game was made by the user 45229. Now, what I think probably what this is this is just a person trying to rack up some drama, trying to rack up some, hacking, relevancy, clout to their name so they can become big and famous, and it kind of worked. In all reality, 45229 is kind of a scam. Number 8, the founders were the first people to ever play Roblox. Now, I know for sure that if you go and you look at the user IDs, that it probably will say that one of the founders is, the first player, but that's actually not true. John Doe, which was a testing account for admins and the owners, was actually one of the first people to play Roblox. That's one of the first accounts, but the user IDs were switched around and everything, and then there was another person. But the first person to ever actually play Roblox was literally just a normal player, but his user ID got switched around and it was made to have, I believe, Eric's instead. So Eric's says that he was the first ever, but in reality, it was someone else's. And that's something that admins and staff can do. They can switch around user IDs to make it look like one person is actually the first person ever on Roblox, but in reality, it was someone else completely. Number 9, Roblox is unoriginal. And once again, another lie. Just like the whole theme of this video is a lie. But Roblox definitely has some original games. I know that there are a ton of games on Roblox that do mimic other games that are out there, but Roblox does have some of its originality, and that comes in with games like Royal High, Adopt Me, Bee Swarm Simulator, Blacksburg, etc, etc, etc. There are so many very popular and very original games that are on Roblox. You just really gotta look for them. And last but not least, number 10, Roblox staff doesn't care. And I really can't believe this one, even though this is something that I have even said myself. Roblox staff, I know, does have to care about the game and the player base to some degree to even be staff. Of course, they would care if people get banned. Of course, they would care if people, were getting falsely banned, falsely flagged. Of course, they would care if something was broken within the game. And they may not give a huge amount of updates, but I bet they're trying to work stuff out behind the scenes, which is usually the case. I know because I work on stuff behind the scenes all the time, and I know that I really can't talk a lot about what I work on behind the scenes with my own stuff. And even with this channel, when Roblox admins or staff don't give a lot of updates, just know that they are really trying and they really care and they are really working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes to make the game greater and better. Not just as content or a product, but for the whole community as well. But that is going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could please like the video, comment down below any lies that you have ever heard about Roblox, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have subscribed, make sure to comment down below that you have subscribed. That way, you can be entered into the monthly shout-out giveaway where we shout out one lucky person at the end of the month. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!